Hey guys, before you get into this video, I need you to do me a favor. Follow the coolest, sexiest guy on IG, trich_fitness. Yup.
No. Oh, I was too slow. My bad. I was come through, Clementine. Come through. Okay, grab it. Come on. Right. Fuck him out. Oh. Push. You got to push. Hey, you got to push. Hey. What's going on, guys? Thank you guys for tuning in to 8 Connection TV. Subscribe, baby. Also, check out my two new channels, 8 Connection TV 2 and ACTV Games. When you go through those channels, subscribe and don't forget to ring that bell. Hey! Thank you for watching ACTV Games. I am here because I came across Hot Not Meh. Shout out to him. He's an awesome dude. I watched a couple of his videos and he let me know that the first 13 minutes of Mass Effect Andromeda is on IGN and I did not know this. So thank you, Hot Not Meh. That's just real cool. I like his animations. I like the way he does his edits. So shout out to him. Go subscribe to him. He is an awesome guy. Safaree brought his fine ass on Wendy Williams' show and didn't really say much of anything. Is it a good thing that Safaree didn't really say much about any of the questions that Wendy Williams asked him? I mean, it got to a point where, as an interviewer, because I interview as well, as an interviewer, when you feel like a person doesn't want to answer the question or they flat out just do not answer the question and they deflect, you tend to get a little aggravated and angst. And you want to be like, okay, listen, 1, 2, 3, or 4, 5, 6. You know what I'm saying? And that's kind of like what Wendy Williams was doing because he really wasn't answering any of the questions. Let's take a listen.
That whole process goes, you know, it was a collaborative effort. It's not like
50-50?
It's not like she doesn't sit there and do absolutely nothing, but you know, I definitely, you know, was a helping force in everything that I had to do with creating music, you know, so it's not like I just was a waste man, you know what I'm saying? So,
okay, so
we was
together and she became famous to us during this time. Did you help her with virtually 100% of the music that she put?
Of course, everything. Yeah.
Okay.
So Safaree is the force behind Nicki Minaj. Okay.
The sad part is that you guys never had paperwork together, but I also understand that. So now that you're not together anymore, you want to be paid, you want to be compensated.
It's only fair. Suppose you know, like, suppose you went and you worked on the Wendy show for a good 8-9 months, and then at the end of the 9 months the show blows up, but you didn't do paperwork with whoever the person who...
Well, you know who he is, he's here, but I got this, we got a baby, and it's a whole different situation.
Yeah.
You know,
Come through, Wendy.
Together, and I'm not discounting you all's love, but there's no baby, you all were never married that we know of.
Nah, none of that.
And Safaree, you know, as a businessman, you know, even if you didn't know in the beginning what you all were embarking on with this thing called showbiz, at some point, I would think that you would have opened up your own accounts and had your own money. Like, how are you compensated? And what do you want?
Right. What do you want, Safaree?
But the point is that to pay you would be, like, why are you on Love and Hip Hop?
Well, the exposure and for, you know, how I portray myself on it, you know, it's good for me and just expanding my brand, because if you're somebody who naturally is going to be ignorant, ratchet, and fighting anywhere you go, then that's just how you are. But I'm not going to go on TV and just because there's cameras on me, I'm going to start fighting people now. Like,
well, you don't talk about Nicki Minaj on the show,
no.
Though they have a Nicki baby.
Yeah.
Also Safaree was also one of Nicki's hype men. So you hit the stage as well.
Yeah.
Why did you all's relationship end? You and Nicki.
Well, you know, the the last like year.
Right, you hear a lady in the audience saying, "Say it." So it got to the point where Wendy Williams literally had to answer the question for him and basically brought up Meek Mills and how he brought Meek Mills into the situation to introduce him to Nicki Minaj. So Meek Mills was kind of that snake, or was that snake, that went behind Safaree's back and took Nicki Minaj ultimately away from Safaree. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, Safaree stated that, you know, he helped her predominantly for the entire album, this last album, and then he realized that Meek Mills had 2 songs on the album, and that's when his intuition kicked in. But he also admitted that he wasn't 100% faithful at all to Nicki Minaj, and it came to a point where, or had gotten to a point where he felt that things are going to be up and over anyway. So she asked him, what do you want from her? He wasn't able to say that. He wasn't able to put a price tag on it. 2 million, 3 million, 5 million. I mean, if I'm the pretty much the dominating force behind your 3 successful albums and we're supposed to be together, but I'm unhappy or whatever the case may be, I would either bail out and leave the whole entire thing alone, or I would have already had something in place to say, look, well, you need to be helping me out because I'm making you. There's no way that Nicki Minaj is going to be worth $100 million and I'm just going to be worth 5 if I'm putting in the work. Now, if I come into the situation and Nicki Minaj was already worth $100 million and I brought nothing to the table, then I wouldn't want for anything. You know what I'm saying? Especially being that we're not in a committed relationship or whatever. But not if I'm working and you're working and you're the only one getting the bread. Like, fuck out of here. She also goes to talk about being mentioned, or he also goes to talk about being mentioned in Remy Ma's song, but he doesn't really say much. He deflects and says, you know, I got 300 messages when I got off the plane. Then he goes to say that Nicki Minaj's camp tried to stop the interview from happening. I don't know how they would do that. I mean, none of Nicki Minaj's camp are, you know what I'm saying? Like, maybe it was some threat that if you say something or whatever will come for you. That's probably why he was mute as shit during the whole thing. But you can't stop me from saying what happened in my life. Like, you can't. So I don't understand why he was hesitant and, oh, well, abba. Like, what was the point of going on the Wendy Williams show? Like, just to flaunt yourself and to be cute? Because, I mean, you are. And, of course, he talked about the new album or whatever, the EP. But, I mean, come on, bro. Like, everybody wants to know what is going on or what has happened. You know what I'm saying? Are you and Nicki Minaj still together? Like, and I don't know if this was the clip. My DVR is going to record Wendy Williams at 5 o'clock. So if any more information comes out about this whole interview or this process that they stopped him or tried to stop him to do, I'll talk about it on another video. But do me a solid. Let me know your thoughts on Safaree and this whole Nicki Minaj versus Remy Ma situation. And if Safaree should be compensated for the 3 albums that he helped Nicki Minaj complete. I must leave for making Action TV the network. Thank you guys for tuning in. This is